Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today's a very exciting video showing you guys how I got this makeup look and using a lot of new products that I recently hauled, whether it was drugstore or high-end, and kind of doing mini reviews for you guys. Now a lot of these products I have used before and a lot of them is the first time that I'm using them today. So I'm going to be going through them all with you, putting them to the test, and then towards the end I'll kind of go through each one, tell you guys what my hits and misses were, what I definitely will be using again, and what I can probably do without. But yeah, so if you guys are interested in how I got this look, just go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to go ahead and use is my Beam Team. It's the Estée Edit Hydrate and Glow. This claims to be kind of a 2-in-1 product, so it's supposed to hydrate the skin and also give it a really beautiful glow. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with this. Right off the bat, it's a really pretty gold kind of tint to it. So if you put it underneath the foundation, it shouldn't peek through too much. And I need all the hydration I can get because my skin has been really dry lately, especially around the nose area. This smells really, really good as well, so feels really nice. It's got a little bit of a tackiness to it, so it will help the foundation stay on. So the next product is foundation. Just going to go in with my Milani 2-in-1 Conceal and Perfect Foundation. Just going to go ahead and take one pump in my hand, and using one of my favorite brushes for this is the IT brush for Ulta. So the next step, and a product that I really have been excited to try out, is my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Just off the bat, I can tell you guys right now, this is a very, very thick concealer, very creamy, very full coverage. So right now I'm just going to go in with a very, very light coverage just to see, and if I need to build up, I'll just go ahead and build up. But I'm just going to go ahead and just dot right underneath the eyes, still kind of creating that triangle shape down below. And I'm going to dot down the bridge of the nose, on the forehead, and because I tend to get a little red just underneath the nostrils, just going to go in there as well. Now I'm going to go in with the Tarte Beauty Blender Sponge. I went ahead and put it under water just to get it really nice and damp. And let's go ahead and see how this works. So right off the bat, I can tell it's very, very stiff. Doesn't give me a lot of bounce. I still like it though. It's blending out the concealer quite nicely. I like the really pointy part right here. That way you can just really go in there in the corner of the eyes. So I think that's a pretty good coverage for the concealer. I really, really do like it. It got rid of my dark circles really nicely. The sponge I do like. It is really, really firm. If you're used to the Beauty Blender being a lot more squishy and stuff, you may not really like this one, but it did a pretty good job. So I'm not hating it. I'm not absolutely loving it, but you know, I definitely want to give it a little bit more tries. I think reading about this sponge, they say that you can either use it wet or dry, so maybe next time around I'll use it dry to see how it works like that. So the next product that I want to use is this Coty Airspun Loose face powder. I just recently picked this up from the drugstore not too long ago, so I've been dying to try and bake with this. I haven't done it yet. I have used it just to kind of set the concealer a little bit, but I have not gone in to bake at all. I don't tend to bake quite often, but I do have a pretty long night ahead of me, so just kind of wanted to see how this will work. And I will go ahead and use it with the Tarte Beauty Blender as well. So I put some in the cap right here, and again, just taking the same Beauty Blender, still damp. It's going to pick up quite a bit and just really concentrate it all underneath the eyes, just like that. Whew, that has a very strong smell. Ooh, That is very, very strong. I've heard about the scent of this powder before, but I didn't realize how strong it was. But I'm gonna go ahead and let that bake underneath my eyes for a few minutes. So right now, I guess I will go in and fill in my eyebrows. And with the new L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist, I haven't played with this much because I don't typically like powder, but I did want to give it a try. And I'm just using a Sephora angled liner brush for this. Just going ahead and grabbing some of that product. So I do find that that filled in my brows really nicely. I actually really do like the way that turned out. So now I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all this craziness, and just taking my Shade and Light brush by Kat Von D, I'm just going to go ahead and dust all this powder off. Okay, so I definitely like how that turned out. So now we're gonna go ahead and start with the eyes, and I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lids using my NYX. This is the eyeshadow base in the shade 03. I'm gonna put a little bit on my eyelids. Now going in with my new Anastasia Renaissance palette, we're gonna go ahead and start with the eyes. Still don't know exactly what kind of look I'm going for right now. I do know I want a very kind of like smoky earth tone, maybe a little bit of orange type of look. So it does come with this double-ended brush in the palette. I actually do find this brush pretty nice. Typically I don't like brushes that do come in palettes, but I'm going to show you guys how to work with this one. I think it's actually pretty nice. So the first color we're going to go ahead and start with is Burnt Orange. Just the shade right here. And I'm going to go ahead and put that all over the center of the lids. Just kind of as my transition shade. Now I'm going to go in with Warm Taupe, and I'm just going to kind of place that on top of the first shade. Now for the lids, I'm going to go in with this orange shade right here called Realgar. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but it's called Realgar. And I'm going to use the other side of this brush. It's kind of more of the flat side. And I'm going to pack that color just right all over my eyelids. Now I'm just going to take the other side of that brush again and just blend out those edges. Now using a more tapered blending brush, I'm going to go in with this dark brown color called Cypress Umber. I'm just going to place that color on the outer corner of the eye. Now going back in with the blending brush, just really blend all that color out. We went a little heavy with that dark color because I do want a very kind of dramatic look. Now I'm just going to go back with that orange color and retouch up where we had placed it originally because I still want it to be pretty vibrant. But kind of concentrating it more in the inner corner. Again, blending it out. Now I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild shader brush, and I'm going to pick up this really pretty light gold color called Primavera, just right there. And I'm going to kind of concentrate that color just in the center of the lid, just to kind of give a little bit of a brightness. Kind of want it a little bit more bright, so I'm just going to use the tip of my fingers just to really get that color concentrated in the center right there. So now going back in with Burnt Orange, I'm just going to take that and go underneath my lower lash line. And taking Primavera once again and placing that in the inner corner. Now for the brow bone, I'm just going to take this really pretty light shade right here called Tempura. So now we're just going to go ahead and create a wing liner, just using my L'Oreal Voluminous Superstar Black Liner. Now for mascara, I'm going to go in with my black Tarteist mascara, and I'm just going to give my eyelashes a couple coats. Okay, so now eyes are complete. Now I'm going to go ahead and start bronzing up the face. Give myself a little bit of a contour. I'm going to go in with this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour contouring palette. And I'm going to take the dark shade right here and chisel out my cheekbones. This isn't my first time using this, but I really do love this palette from Wet n Wild. If you get a chance to pick it up, I definitely would. It's a great product, especially for the price. Just gonna go down my nose as well. So next I'm going to bronze my face up a little bit, just using my Sweethearts bronzer in the shade, this is the shade Sweet Tea. I mentioned in my haul that I have tried this before and I absolutely love it. Just goes on so smoothly. Before I move on to blush, I'm actually going to highlight my face first. I'm going to go back to the Beam Team Hydrate and Glow, and as I mentioned in the haul, it does have this little applicator up top here. It's this little cream product. So I guess what you're supposed to do with this is just kind of highlight certain points of the face. So I haven't actually tried this out either. So I was just going to highlight a little bit in the center of the nose and just kind of hitting the spots where I would typically highlight. I do want to see how that comes out. And just kind of patting it right above my cheekbone right there. It does give a little bit of a glow. It's not very strong, but it is nice if you just kind of want a little bit of a subtle glow. And I'll just try it right above the Cupid's bow. So now for blush, I'm going to go in with my NYX HD Blush in Double Dare. And I'm just going to very lightly pack it. I mean, I barely touched it. Look how much product is on my brush. I'm kind of scared now. Oh, yeah, it's kind of a little intense. I'm just going to rub a little bit on the hand and just kind of go in and blend that in. Okay, so my camera decided to die on me while I was placing my highlighter, but I did want to go over that cream highlighter a little bit more because I wanted more of a sparkle, but I went in with my Jaclyn Hill and Becca highlighter face palette, just mixing in Champagne Pop and, well, no, this is Champagne Pop and, what is this called? Prosecco Pop. So yeah, we came up with this. So the next step I'm going to do is just go ahead and line my lips using my favorite lip liner. This is MAC's Strip Down. So now going in with lipstick, I'm using the shade Nude Thrill by Maybelline, which is a very pale color. So we'll see how this turns out. So that's really nude, probably a little bit more nude than I wanted. So I'm going to go back in with Strip Down just to kind of darken it up a little bit. So that completes my look. I really do love the way it turned out. For the most part, I really do like all the products that I used. The first product that I absolutely do love is the Beam Team Hydrate and Glow primer. I really like this primer because it did definitely hydrate my skin. Now this is not a primer. If you guys are looking for something that's going to minimize the look of the pores or mattify your face, this is not it for you. So if you guys are really oily, I don't recommend this, but this is perfect for a combination to dry skin. The product that is at the end right here, I do like. If you do want a very subtle highlight, this is perfect for you guys. Or if you want to just kind of put this first on your face and then go in with a highlighter, I do like it. It's not my favorite, but I do absolutely love the cream product inside. So the next thing that I really do love is my Tarte Shape Tape. This is awesome. It is very full coverage. A little bit did go along the way, and as I mentioned before, you get a lot of product in here, so this is a definite purchase. Along with that is the Tarte Beauty Blender. I will say it's not my absolute favorite. It did the job, but I don't like how stiff it is. I will keep using it, trying it out a little bit, but for me, I can probably pass on this one because I do love my Beauty Blender and also my Real Techniques blender. You guys already know I am absolutely in love with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Renaissance palette. You definitely can't go wrong with this purchase. The Tarteist mascara, this is really, really nice if you guys are into really high-end mascaras. This is definitely a really great one to pick up. Surprisingly, really did like the L'Oreal What is Bro? I did surprisingly like my Brow Stylist powder for my eyebrows. I think it turned out really nice. I still am very much into the pencils. If you guys are really into powder, I think this is a great one to go ahead and pick up from the drugstore. For my NYX eyeshadow base, I'm still kind of undecided. I think the best way to go about this product right here is to place it on the eyes and then go ahead and set it with a powder and then go in and start putting in your eyeshadow and blending, because I felt like it was a little bit stiff blending out the product, but I do like it. I'm gonna try it out a little bit more. You guys already know I am obsessed with this bronzer. I love the way it just gives me a beautiful bronze shimmery glow without being too shimmery. But this is a very great product to pick up, and I just love the box. I think it's really, really cute packaging. My NYX HD blush is also a must-have. I love this color, but as you can see, you have to be very, 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 I mean, look at this. What? You have to be very, very careful applying this because it is incredibly pigmented, so a very little bit will go a very long way. For my lipstick, it's kind of surprising to me that I didn't really care for this because I do love Maybelline lipstick products, but I felt like this didn't go on very nice. It kind of went on a little bit patchy. I don't know if you guys noticed. And it is very, very nude. When I mixed it with the lip liner, I do like it a lot, and I actually like the look that it gave me, but by itself, it's a little bit of a pass for me. Okay, so that completes my makeup tutorial and mini review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel also. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys very soon. Bye!